What's an unhealthy lean body fat percentage for women? Watch this.
Our next caller is Lindsay from Tennessee.
Hi, Lindsay. How can we help you?
Hello, how are y'all?
Good.
Good. How are you?
What's going on?
Good. So can I just go ahead and ask my question?
Of course.
Yes, let's hear it.
Okay, cool. So backstory, I've been actively working out, I would say for about 1.5 years now, got a trainer, started from reverse, going up to maintenance, did a cut. And I feel like I was in a cut for too long to where I was kind of hitting a plateau. So I would say it was like 6 months long. And so I was from 1,745 calories to, I went from 2,465 to 1,745. And so I felt like I started hitting a plateau. I started getting a little bit weaker. Didn't know like if I'm doing it on my own from now on out, like from here on out, how long should that cut last for?
You look pretty lean, Lindsay. Do you know what your body fat percentage is at right now?
No, and I tried calculating it before. I think I need to go like get it done at the gym with someone. They offer it all the time.
Yeah.
So
I would guess you're in the teens right now, which is probably why you're plateauing. Are you noticing any changes in your like hormone symptoms or menstrual cycle or anything like that?
I did, yes. It was definitely a lot lighter, and now I'm back in reverse. I just started like 6 weeks ago, and I feel so much stronger, so much better.
Yeah.
I'm hitting PRs now, so but like 6 months just seemed way too long for me.
Yeah.
That is a long cut, and you look to me to be in the in the mid to high teens with body fat percentage, and that's okay to touch every once in a while, so long as you reverse out of it and work on feeding yourself. But for most women, sitting around 15, 16% body fat is not healthy. It's going to affect your hormones negatively. It's going to affect your fertility. And then that's going to make it, you're going to hit plateaus by doing that and start to burn yourself
Whenever
out.
I have someone like as lean as you are and we're doing any sort of cuts, I won't ever run you more than 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So I'd run a 3-week cut and then I'd run a week back in a surplus.
Oh, wow.
3-week cut, 1 week surplus, 3-week cut. And even at that, even doing that, you'll see yourself lean out that way. And then once you get to a place where you're more than lean enough, I'd say, okay, let's go to a bulk or let's maintain for a while. I don't want you even.
Which I haven't done yet. I haven't done a bulk yet, which I want to because my body thrives on carbs. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know why it thrives on carbs? Because you probably don't eat. You probably have depleted yourself for a little while.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Do you have visible abs in like midsection?
I'd like the upper area. I definitely want to like lose more lower body fat, like stomach fat, and that's just something.
Nah, you're too lean, Lindsay. This is why you got to reverse. Yeah, I would go into bulk.
Yeah,
definitely go into bulk and just get strong and do that for a while before trying to cut down. But like,
how long would you say like a bulk?
Well, do the opposite of what I said. So in a bulk for someone like you, I'm going to run a 3-week bulk with a 1 week to maintenance to a deficit. 3-week bulk, and then 1 week of a maintenance or deficit, and then
very small deficit during that week.
You're not trying to really cut at all. It's just you're just maintaining or on the lower end, right? Yeah. And then you go back to a surplus, and you just keep doing that. And so I like to push like a number or a place of like satisfied eating. Like a client like you, I'm going to be like, let's see how high we can get our calories until you look back at me and you go, Adam, this is just too much food. It's so hard for me to eat 3,200 calories a day. I can't, it's like all I think about is like, when's my next meal? And it's too much. And I'm like, oh, great. Let's go the other direction now. So
that's right now I'm like, oh, I'm still so hungry throughout the day. Or like, I try not to eat past 9 because usually I'm in bed by then because I wake up really early. But sometimes I'm just like, I'm so hungry and like, I'll go have an English muffin with peanut butter or something just because I know my body needs more food.
That's a sign that you need to eat more. I would go into bulk. You're going to feel so good in a bulk. And I would just pay attention to the weights you're lifting in the gym, how strong you're getting. Like really make that a goal, and that's going to shape and build your body and your health. Like it's going to be amazing. It'll feel great.
If we do this right, we'll get to a place where you're eating 3,000 plus calories, and then you'll be able to come back down
to like 2,500
to 2,500 and be leaner than you've ever been, eating the most you've ever ate. Like that's a good goal. And that's kind of what we would do. And I do it through the process I was telling you, where we would be doing in 3 weeks, 1, 3 weeks, 1, like that in both directions, whether you're bulking or cutting. 3 on, 1 off is like a cool way to do it.
I know y'all talk about a lot because I listen to your podcast in the morning and stuff when I'm walking, but with the cut, is cardio absolutely necessary? Because I hate cardio.
Cardio is detrimental.
I wouldn't even want you to do cardio. If we can, ideally we do all of this manipulate. Here's what's cool. If we get to this place where I build your metabolism up to 3,000 plus calories. Then I bring you down to 24, 25. You get as lean as you've ever been, eating 25. Now you have all this metabolic flexibility. You can go back up to 28 to 3,000 during the holidays, enjoy a little bit of food. Maybe you put on a tiny bit of body fat, or maybe you're getting ready to go to Vegas or Florida. You're going to do some beach things. So, and all you do is do a little bit of cardio for 2 weeks and you'll shred out because you never do it.
I'll tell you this much, Lindsay. Think of it this way. This will serve you well, right? To get lean is diet and strength training. Cardio is for endurance and stamina. So if you want more endurance and stamina, cardio is great. But
which I could probably use, but still.
But for fat, well, look, what kind of endurance do you want, right? You can get more endurance by shortening your rest periods with your strength training, by doing higher reps. Now, if you want the kind of endurance that allows you to run for long distances or something like that, then you got to train that way. But cardio for fat loss is terrible. In fact, a new study just came out showing that cardio actually reduced the fat loss in people when compared to strength training or compared to cardio plus strength training. So it's actually detrimental to it sends a signal that actually tells the body to burn less calories. So I would avoid cardio except for health or endurance and stamina. And if it's just about getting lean and feeling good, strength train and then diet. That's it.
That's my goal.
Excellent.
Yep.
All right, perfect.
What program are you on right now?
Are you following any of our programs, Lindsay?
What was that?
Are you following any of our programs?
I'm not. I've done research on it, but since I have this trainer, she kind of programs them for me. So once I'm done with that, I will be on my own. So I like having that structure and consistency. So I'll probably look into that.
Cool. Well,
once I'm done with her in December.
Get your body fat tested with calipers by your trainer.
Okay.
And a good place to maintain that's lean and healthy is like between 18 to 22% for most women. So if you're in the teens, like 16, 15, then yeah, you want to get out of there. I mean, you could be there for a little bit, but you definitely want to get out of there because it starts to affect hormones in a negative way.
That would make sense.
Yep. Awesome.
All right, Lindsay.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, thanks, guys.
You got it.
Take it easy.
All right. You too. Bye.
I wish more people communicated that message of body fat because it happens to men too. If you get too lean as a man, it starts to really negatively affect hormones. It's just we can get we can go further and get away with more. Women, their bodies are much more sensitive to it because obviously they're evolved to
procreate.
To have a baby.
Yeah.
And for most women, you get down to 15, 16 and you maintain that. And I say most because of course there's people on the outskirts. They just have their body will start to plateau real hard and try and go in the opposite, and then you start fighting.
It's misleading because all magazines and all these people you follow that have like super lean bodies. So yeah, it's not a healthy place to be.
I mean, I'm pumped. Back-to-back females in just great places.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, just both
good heads on their shoulders.
Yeah, good place where they're at with their body composition. Good place where they're at calorie wise. Like, I mean, even where she's at right now, like saying that she's low. I mean, it's so nice to hear somebody who's like cutting to 1,700 calories and she's seeing these negative effects just by refeeding, she feels the difference up to 2,400.
Yeah, to be able to even communicate.
Yeah, this is a great place for both of them to be at right now.